All right, so this is take two of this track. Just to show you, I tried this the first time and the cars were just crashing, so I had to increase or decrease the angle. It's more of a slant now. As you can see, I got it in here. Obviously, I don't have the advantage of having this get straightened out by these little tiles, but that's all right. Not the point. As you can see, about 30 foot of track. It's my medium-sized track. I got one that's also 30 to 40 feet. There's the track, extra track, and I have extra boards as well, which are about 6 foot long. There's some of the cars are racing. They're my 4 fastest cars based upon a very, very short track, a lot shorter than 30 feet. 6 foot boards, connections. And I got my 3D printer gate, which is made a 3D bot maker, I believe. And as you can see, whatever lane goes in first wins. 2, and there's some track gates that actually have they blink depending on what place you are. They may blink fast for a second or a third or whatever like that. There's the stopper with a little foam. You won't want your cars getting messed up, so I got to stabilize that because them cars come so fast they just knock the gate right out. Also, if you want to stabilize your track so the track doesn't shift, you can actually use popsicle sticks and put them under the bottom of the track, and that will prevent them from shifting throughout the day. Even a slight shift can actually determine the race. Even one little connection being a little bit off can actually determine the race too. You want to make sure it's fairly even. You want to make sure that there's no uneven track. You want to make sure it's a nice straight line. Like even that little flaw right there can make a huge difference. I had to use a ton of things for the transfer. I need a bendy board or something that can, help with the transfer from the angle. The steeper the angle, the faster the cars. If they're too steep, just like you missed on the prior video where I didn't even post it, that they will fly off the track. And I was having a lot of issues with lane 3 with the transfer. They would just fly off the track right about there. And there's some issues. There's still some minor issues with these, but the cars are actually able to all finish now, all 4 of them. Again, there's some of the cars, they're all rated based upon prior races, how fast they are, things like that. So actually you can see I rank them. So something like Redliner, right here, and you got your white Ferrari, wind splitter, another Ferrari. So a lot of nice cars here. There's a classic car right here. That's one of the famous Hot Wheel cars. Again, I won't depending on the wheel type. So you want to have like the hot ones. They're the best and the fastest wheels out there. There are some other ones they made in the 90s which are fast. Also another fast wheel type right here. What makes them fast is the nickel-plated axles. If they have that, they will go a lot faster. And a lot of the cars, like the ones that are very, very old-fashioned. I don't have it with me right now. They're in one of these many cases I have. Probably in this old case, but I have a lot of my old cars from like the 70s. Actually, like these. Anything with these type of wheels tend to be really slow. Now, if they're a heavy car, they can get kind of pushed down the track. But the reason why I have a long track is so the natural speed of the car will come out. You don't want a car that will have a short track because then anybody can win. Then it's more luck. And based upon the lane, whether it's a hot lane or not, you can get a slow car in a hot lane and you'll beat the fast car. So that's why you really need to race 4 times, 1 in each lane. And basically whoever wins 2 races advances to the next round. You can have 2 cars advance if maybe, let's say the first 2, lane 1 and lane 2, win 2 times each. In the 4, and when they race in each lane, then you can both advance in both because you got 4 lanes to play with. So I will do a little race here, and also this track costed about $200 and some with everything you see, like everything, the track, the gate, the 3D printer gate as well. This is also 3D bot maker, I believe. You can get them with 2-lane starts. You can get them with a 4-lane. I'm really looking to purchase, which is the purpose of this post on this site. There's an 8-lane track I saw, an 8-lane gate, where they had it at one of these competitions where the Hot Wheels things where they had this 8-lane track, which was amazing. I would love to purchase that. And And there's also a 6-lane track. Somebody just was selling it on eBay or my local yard sale for $40, and they did a first come first serve, and somebody grabbed it, even though I was like one of the first ones to comment. But whatever, it didn't really matter. I'm happy with this 4-lane track. So let's see what happens when we race these. I'm going to predict lane 2, just because I did this race a little while ago. So let's see if it stays consistent. So we got Red Vet, Hot Bird, Solaire, and my purple car. I forget what he's called, but he's a Ferrari. All right. Yep, lane 2. So, like I said, you want to race each car in each lane, because it could be a hot lane, and see how they just push this gate like 12 inches. So you really want to make sure you stabilize the stuff. And I got a little bit of a padding there, but it's not really helping a whole lot. We're not doing a banger race, which if anybody's done banger races, it's basically cars like collide at the finish, and whoever gets through wins. And kind of, they warn you before you do those races that, yeah, once you do them, your car is probably not going to be the same again. Not necessarily true. It takes, unless a fluke accident happens, your car should be fine. So, so we're going to do change lanes again. Remember, each lane progresses down 1. So my lane 2 won this race, so now I'm going to drop them down 1 lane, and they'll each get the race in a lane. Now, you don't know really what's going to happen. It depends on some cars race better in certain lanes, and you try to fix the track each time they race, just in case there's something gets bent up or track gets twisted. So this race 2. Wow, that was a really good race. Looks like Solaire won out of lane 4. So as you can see, a 2-1 and a 4-1, so the track seems to be pretty fair. As you can see, if I did one race there, well, guess what? My car's out, but that's not necessarily true. And we'll race until we have an overall 2-car winner. And we'll see what happens from there. I literally try to be more careful with my cars picking them up, but because I've had some of these cars for well over 20 to 30 years. I've been collecting cars for well over 45 years. I'm getting pushing 50 now. So we're going to go drop them down 1 more lane again. So drop Solaire over there. Hot Bird. Actually, I got this Hot Bird as part of a set. It was a white Camaro with it. And I was very particular about the cars I bought. And I kind of regret that now, because I kind of wish there were some cars that I wanted to buy, but because of the rims. Like I said, I only buy cars with certain rims. I will get some other ones if I like the car or the paint job. A lot of new cars today all suck and they're slow, unless you're racing on like again a short track or some kind of a unfair racing gimmicks here. I call them gimmicks because anybody can get lucky in one race. All right, here we go, 3. Ooh, lane 1. Wow, looks like Solaire took that, and like I say, Solaire is really good. Obviously, there was an issue with lane 2, Red Vet, which never ever loses to the purple car. Actually, I have stats and stuff to show the car races. So Solaire is already advanced. Technically, if I wanted to do more races, or if it was just a real competition, I would do 1 more race to see if maybe Hot Bird wins. Basically, Red Vet is out, and so is the purple guy. So I'll do 1 last race based upon where they're finishing here. Yep. And there he goes back down the racetrack. I hate handling 4 cars at one time. It just doesn't work out real well. So now I got to run all the way down here again. See, 1 car just pushed that track a little bit. When you get all 4. I really need to find something that, like I said, I use popsicle sticks on the bottom of this track to stabilize them. I haven't used them yet. I don't want to glue it on just yet. I will once I officially start doing races. I'm going to try to find a location where I can utilize space and where I can have people come and race their cars. So this is the last race. Hot Bird needs to win it. Solaire just needs to win it as well to win the whole thing. So Solaire's 1-2, Hotbird's 1-1, I believe. Oop. Lane 2. Looks like it's I think Solaire again. So that's that. So it looks like that's why I like to do 3 races. It doesn't always necessarily he's going to win. If you had set up and I got an unfortunate lane, then he would have lost. And he would not have advanced, even though he legitimately is. So that's why you need to do races in each lane. It doesn't add much time. The only issue happens is if you have a real competition and you have somebody who wants to bring like 9 cars or 10 cars, well, you just can't do it. You're going to be there all day. And you can do your races any way you want. I'm just saying what utilizes the best time. So you need to really just examine how you're going to do your races and how you're going to build your track. And so a couple questions I would want is, where can I purchase something for a transference? So this is the purpose of the post. Who has things? I know some people make stuff for their Hot Wheels tracks and sell things. So I need something that will do a transfer here. So I have like a board for when you read, and then I have a board under there for the thing, and I have a car box, and then I have a styrofoam planner thing. So it makes pretty nice, but as you can see, there's a little bend and it's a little bit inconsistent for each lane. You want to make it as fair and as even as possible. I could also use that board there. So if you want to build this track, here's what you need. I have about 8 to 9 to 10 boards. They're 6-foot boards. You can get them at Home Depot, and they're really cheap. They're like $2-3 each. It's really, really cheap. The track is actually probably some of the most expensive. You can just pick them up in packs, 4 packs, 8 packs, whatever they sell them in. These are a little longer. You need to have something that you can, I think up top I'm actually supposed to use the blue track, the shorter track up here, because it actually fits into the into these a little bit better, and it's not as wide. And then I can use these, and you need a long one for the transference, so that it just fits a little bit better. And you can see I changed track type there. You just gotta you choose your way and what you know process of success and failure. So you got the boards. The most expensive parts were obviously the starting gate, which there isn't that much money, but the finishing gate is what was, I think it might have been $40 to $50 to $60 or something like that. Totally worth the investment, especially if you're going to race a lot. And it just requires batteries, like regular, maybe like AA batteries or something like that, 2 to 4 of them. And I've had them batteries in there for like a year. I haven't even touched this. So, and they still work. And then that's pretty much it. But like I said, it can run a decent amount. The track is just really expensive, way overpriced. But because each section of track can cost a lot of money. And like I said, I have 40 feet, 80, 160 feet of track when you add them all up for each lane. So that's a lot of track. And that's where you're going to spend most of your money. A lot of you who already have tracks, 90% of you Hot Wheel collectors have a ton of tracks. So, all right, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. So just let me know about who would make stuff like this for a transference, and how much it would cost, what I would need, and if you're willing to sell stuff like that or a transference. I know it's a little bit different, but it depends on the angle. It would change. Something, like I said, a bendy board would work, but I'm terrible with woodworking. Just even something simple as making a hinge there, and I'm going to actually attach hinges to the bottom here as well to connect the boards on the side so that the track doesn't shift, but transferring the track somewhere is going to be a pain. So, all right, thanks for listening. I love your page. So if it's just too much of a long of a post for you guys, or if it's inappropriate, you can just delete it. Thanks, bye.